Yo, what up? It's Donut, and I'm with Tommy Truthful, and we got a great show for you today. What's going on, Tommy?
What's up, brother Donut? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Happy New
Let-
Year's, brother.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody as well. Make sure you smash that like button and let us know that you can hear us all good.
Shout out to Joseph Aqueva in the comments. We see you, brother Joseph.
We see ya. We see ya. We got a pretty wild story today with Andrew Tate getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And you did a pretty awesome blog on it, so we're gonna get into that. But this is some astrology stuff that I'll kind of bring up before we start.
Okay.
That remember we were talking about December 12th. We were kind of like picking dates.
Well, I picked the 29th, and it's on my other page down in the Andrew Tate blog. You'll see the post that I did days before the 29th. I picked that day, and then we have Tate's getting arrested on that day.
Oh, so he got arrested on the 29th.
Well, I don't know if it was exactly that day or that's when they pushed it on the media, but it definitely was trending. I think it might have been the 29th. Look that up, Donut.
I will look at that up. That is super connected to this whole astrology, how things get played out. As the 29th was the day that we went into Mercury retrograde, which
There you
is
go.
which is known for causing disruptions in communications. And that same day is when Twitter went down and glitched out around the entire world. And all the news articles were talking about how people couldn't travel, how there was all this disruption. And that's the day that Tate got in trouble on that. But the day before, what happens with Mercury retrograde is that the last one for 2022 happened on the 29th, but there's a retro shade which happens before it, which was December 12th, which was when the Keystone Pipeline oil spill happened. And I think there's this big oil, blood, and wheat or corn rituals that have been going on symbolically over the last few years. But that's wild, bro. And this is all connected to Greta and
Greta Thunberg. Yeah, he said, I got 33 cars, Greta.
yeah. So what he said was pretty hilarious. And
but you know, Donut, it reminds me of the whole Kanye thing and what Albert Pike said. When you need a hero, we'll give you one. You know what I'm saying? So everybody thinks Andrew Tate is their hero and he's a champion for the people. But really, this is a humiliation ritual. They all go through it. You see, he was arrested in Romania. Romania is 33 in the keypad cipher. And then I'm not going to say none of the P words, guys. You can go read the blog because there's things in this blog I can't mention for the obvious, you guys know the algorithms. But then it said the matrix down below. So you see all the 33 connections. You guys can go see that. The matrix center agents. And Andrew Tate is 666 in Sumerian too, matching something else with the P word, which we're not going to get into. The matrix sensor agents is 86 in Chaldean, which Nephilim is 86. And could you scroll down a little further, brother? Remember Stranger Things 4 takes place in 86, and the Nephilim on Jasper Mountain, this other Andrew guy dies, Andrew Dawson, and then 181 days later, bam, Andrew Tate happens. So go scroll down below that to 181. Nephilim is 181. And that's Barack Obama's number, which I got that from brother Joseph Aqueva. Shout out to Joseph. He's always talking about Barack. So I included his video down at the bottom about Barack. But yeah, it lines up perfectly to Andrew's rituals. And the 42nd prime number is 181. You should, are you able to play that real quick? It's only like a minute long.
I don't know if the audio will get picked up, but I'll put my microphone to my speakers. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah, it's my stuff. So
arrested the Tate brothers.
When the matrix cancels you, it goes in three stages. First, they try and shut you up. If that fails, they try and put you in jail for something you didn't do. And if that fails, they kill you, right? So slowly.
So Andrew Tate arrested equals 201 in simple gematria, like event 201. Order of the Illuminati is 201. And channeling frequency is 201, which is a massive energy harvest, maybe some type of humiliation ritual. The Freemasonic Order 201, and you guys remember Event 201 by the Gates Foundation. So that's a big number. This is what he tweeted out. The Matrix Center agent, well, an agent of the Matrix equals 201, matching Andrew Tate arrested. So, yes, definitely some type of a Masonic ritual. So leave your comments below, guys, and let me know what you think this is connected to. I would love to hear your guys' opinions, and we'll be doing
Sorry, I gotta figure that out. But yeah, bro, so like I came out with a video right when he was going viral and he got banned. And I'm like, yo, look at the symbolism. He's the top G. You know, the G is the Freemasonic symbol. He does the Yoni, the Illuminati pyramid going down. That also Trump does, and Hillary Clinton does it as well. A lot of people do this symbol.
Represents the sacred feminine.
The sacred feminine. And, you know, I kind of went at him kind of hard when that was memeing. And I'm like, yo, this is a story script coming out. But seriously, after I put that video out, I've been questioning my own reality on it. And seeing, like, listen, I've been listening to his stuff and pretty much questioning it. And I could see why people like him, because he does a lot of like Dan Pena, hustler, like, yo, hustle, which is the exact opposite of what the Matrix, the system wants, or strong men hustling or whatever. But like, you can't deny the symbology. You can't deny the, 33 cars.
He's dropping too much. Now, if he is good, like I say, I always keep an open mind. And guys, make sure you go check out that blog on TommyTruthful.com, because there's so much we can't touch on in it, connected to some 666 and some other things, so definitely go check it out. It's pinned to the top of the page on TommyTruthful.com. But
right.
Yeah, man, there's so much symbolism he throws up in, and they love to make that hero that when you need one. So same thing they do with Kanye. And
Elon Musk, probably the biggest one, right?
Yeah, he's another one.
So this is kind of where I'm at, where I'm like, okay, he says good stuff, kind of like how Elon says good stuff, right? But he wants to microchip everybody. Trump says some good stuff, but he pretty much medicated everybody. I hope that's okay. So these storylines that are played out, Werner von Braun of Operation Paperclip wrote about Elon would colonize Mars. Somebody titled Elon will colonize Mars. Donald Trump was written about in the Baron Trump novels of the last president
thing too with him.
The last president, right? These storylines are already played out. There's a movie or TV show about a guy named Trump who's going to build a wall. It's wild. And then Greta Thunberg, right? Her name means the great burden. Andrew Tate and Greta are communicating on Twitter, and it's going viral. Why would she even do that? Greta is it's the globalist agenda of the 2030 we're leading to. So him talking crap about it, that is the hero, bro. That is like the hero's journey, the archetype. But why would they allow that to happen? And if you look at Greta Thunberg's full name, it means Greta Great. Thunberg means burden, the great burden. And she has this great burden, and she's traveling around the world. But her name is Greta Tintin. Whatever.
That's like that Aztec god of the climate, of rain.
Really? Okay, so this is Tintin, which is a story about this guy that travels around the world, like globalism, sort of, just crazy. And he's a fictional character, Tintin, and that's Greta Thunberg's name. And
wow,
this is what's weird. It's like I start diving deep into it, and I realize, like, talking to one of my homies who he really is against what I'm saying. He's like, no, Andrew Tate's actually doing good, and so he's pretty much talking crap about the climate stuff, right? But he doesn't have that same perspective as me with the whole, this is a storyline being rolled out. So
It
I
is
listen.
100%. You're 100% right. And they're going to kill off him and Kanye West's character on the world stage. Watch, it'll be a massive energy harvest. They're setting the storyline up for it now with Andrew Tate and Kanye to kill off their characters. And let's say he was real and good, they done cloned his ass anyways. So if he was good at one time, trust me, after they got their hands on him, he ain't no more.
Right. But I mean, him talking to Greta Thunberg, I mean, he came back with the best diss. He tweets this. So you can't deny the symbolism. I have 33 cars, right? Can't deny that. And Greta Thunberg writes back, email me at small d energy, right? And then he responds back. He responded back that, oh, I didn't know you had a small d or whatever. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
but
is. I wonder what that equals. Email me at small d energy.
Yeah, but this is the thing, bro. Like, everyone's hypocritical. Greta Thunberg has the exact same birthday as Kyle Rittenhouse, and exact January 3rd, and they're the same age. One's for the ultra right, one's for the ultra left. It's that divide and conquer storyline.
The red and blue, the pillars of Solomon, sacred feminine, sacred masculine, which Kyle Rittenhouse ain't who you guys think it is. I'm not going to get into that because I don't even know how to say it without getting in trouble. So I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay. Is he not?
He's not. Yeah. He's not. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't have this energy.
He doesn't have PD energy. That's for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And probably vice versa with her. I don't know. I haven't looked into Greta too much. Didn't they find her like from a school? The storyline was, and then she became the spokesperson for the whole climate deal.
Right, probably. Here, she's always doing.
I forget how they found her originally.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna show this, but I'm not gonna say it. But it just confirms that whatever we're saying is like on point. So here's Greta Thunberg. Her name's Tintin. Right? L-E-L-E, Eleonora, Greta Tintin.
Hey, and that rollingstones.com.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Andrew Tate has matching 666 with that word that we're not allowed to say. Okay? That's on my blog, guys. So we ain't going to say it, but you can go read it.
So they give us, he got arrested holding a pizza box, and this whole topic is an algorithmic wipeout. So whoever's going to say these things, that Rolling Stones will be allowed to say freely.
Yes.
Rolling Stones will talk about it freely, but
same what they're doing with Kanye. He said certain words about a guy that's initials is HH, and anyone else dives into that deeply, you get taken down for sharing dangerous content. Because I've been taken down multiple times for talking about him and Project Paperclip. You can't show no videos of, which is crazy because the whole swastika is a symbol of peace, but they perverted it. You know what I'm saying? His father was CIA and high-ranking Mason. Oh,
yeah. So he came. He said this. He said that his father was the CIA. So just like Marilyn Manson.
Who said that? Tate.
He said that publicly.
I never heard that.
Yeah, a lot of these characters on the world stage. Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. If you look into their family, there's a military connection. But so Greta being Tintin.
How about the whole Laurel Canyon gang? Remember them from back in the day? Laurel Canyon, all the musicians that came out of Laurel Canyon, like Jim Morrison and all them. Every one of them, their parents were high-ranking military intelligence. And they started that whole movement you talk about the end of the the peace movement.
Right, the hippie movement. Yeah. Yeah, I got to read, there's a book called Mysteries at Laurel Canyon. That's my next book I want to read. But yeah, Jim Morrison's father worked for the CIA. Marilyn Manson's father worked for the CIA.
He lives right. His dad lives, well, allegedly, whereas the storyline goes, like 20 minutes up the road from me.
Oh, for real? Well,
Yeah. He's from Ohio.
The Doors is Janice. We're going into January.
The double-faced God. And I'm born December or January 17th. So I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, all my homies that are Capricorns are smart.
Yeah, well, they say we run shit. Capricorns.
Yeah.
Best sign.
So Greta's name being Tintin, this is like how these rabbit holes like
and there's something connected there. I'll give you guys a full decode on it later, but there's something connected there to the Aztec Rain God. Look up the it's either the Aztec or Mayan Rain God. Look up the name of it, because it was part of sympathetic magic, and they would literally hurt children to make them cry because they said their tears brought down the rain. That's
Chalk?
how. What?
Chalk, CHA, Maya Rain God.
Starts with a T.
Oh, Talk.
Talk, yeah, Tolok. His name is Tolok, yeah.
Yeah, here it is.
Tolok. That picture you showed with the god on it, with the green god, it looked a lot like him.
All right, I'm gonna bring that up real quick because this is.
Yeah, Tolok. It's part of sympathetic magic where they would pull kids' fingernails out. I mean, you think this is the worst god right here, man. And they're still worshiping him today. No, they are 100%.
I mean, that's wild.
That's the whole climate thing. That's who they're worshiping.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. So that makes a lot of sense because that's that whole climate thing. So where did I have that Tintin? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So her name being Tintin,
just like him, that god there. He's green like Osiris. And Tintin went and seen that at the temple, right?
Yup. And this dude be traveling around the world like a globalist. And, and so my friend who likes Andrew Tate, and I've been, questioning my own thoughts, which I think is very good to
it is
to do, question even your own beliefs. But he was like, we were going diving deep into this, and he's all like, bro, the Rothschilds own this company called Rio Tinto. And so I looked it up, and I mean, it's the Knights Templar color, the red and white that I always talk about, the Knights Templar red and white. They Rothschilds, they own this as well. And
the red shield.
The red shield, and then there's a Rio Tinto river, which looks sick, bro. It looks like Adonis blood river.
Is that what color it is all year round?
Here at the Rio Tinto?
Yeah, the Rio Tinto.
I'm not sure, but isn't that sick?
Crazy rituals there.
Yeah. So Drake, you bringing up the sixth god, I mean, I gotta, shout out to you because your knowledge has expanded my reality into another level of Drake being the sixth god. 6 is Saturday. This, it's all Saturn. And his son's name, Adonis.
Adonis, yes. That was a god. Or Adonis was the real beautiful person back in Greek time, right?
Right. He was like fly. Yeah. Well, we got 1,000 people up in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Well, the Adonis River, in Lebanon, they sometimes turn it red. And my homie, he's hella smart. And he was saying that Adonis goes back to where circumcisions come through and stuff like that. I wish I could get him on with us, but he hides in the shadows.
Does he? I got a couple friends like that too. I hate it. I was like, come on, come on and talk to the people. Oh, I'm not putting my face on there. I'm like, what are you scared of, man? That people think you'll get killed or first of all, we're talking about stuff that you can research and figure it out on your own if you just dive. Yeah, maybe they don't want us connecting the dots on a lot of it. But with that decode that is on here, guys, if you look to the Andrew Dawson that was killed in Jasper Park, and like I said, how it was 181 days later, Andrew Dawson was killed on 7/1. That's the day Stranger Things came out, remember? And then 4 days later, CERN broke the world record in energy. 6 days after that, we had on the 6th, we had the Georgia Guidestones blow up, which was 18 hours after freaking CERN broke the world energy. And that's 6 + 6 + 6 is 18, which is also the Jesuits' logo, IHS, their little logo.
Wow. So this guy you're talking about, he was a Power Ranger. Jasper, dude?
No, I'm talking about Andrew Dawson. He was a normal person.
Oh, okay.
He was a kid that got killed because he went.
Oh,
Okay.
it says Park Rangers. And I was like, because I know the Power Ranger dude died. So I didn't know if
Oh,
that.
no. He wasn't a Power Ranger, but yeah, he died too.
Yeah.
Park Rangers are covering up this Jasper National Park. He did all these TikTok videos, Donut, that went crazy viral.
Okay.
This
Okay.
kid that you're showing, Donut, look at his shirt. He has the guest shirt on facing down, which is
Oh, that triangle.
feminine. And one of my homeboys got me hip on under my video. If you go on the YouTube page, you'll see under the video he has, I think it was guesses 71. He was killed on 7/1, the day Stranger Things released the final 2 episodes. And then for that to be 181 days later, Andrew Tate gets arrested, and Nephilim is 181. And this kid allegedly seen a Nephilim on top of a mountain in Jasper Park. And then he said the CIA was following him. He went outside, shot a video of this car pulling off in front of his house, and then he turns up dead. And in his last video, Donut, they made him. If you watch his last video, you'll see he keeps looking off the screen like, "Am I doing this right?" Like
Somebody's talking to him.
Yeah, man. And he's sitting there. That video right there. Yep. The official. And look at the video. 1.7 million. Kill equals 17. These numbers matter.
Right.
It's a source code. Some of it's organic, guys.
Is that the Nephilim?
Yeah. That's the Nephilim he's seen. And
bro,
there was military there taking that thing out. So I mean,
you know what this could be is I talked to a guy that worked at a telephone communication system, and he said that these holograms of different religious figures pop up, and there was a ton of reports of very, very fascinating, and that could be a hologram that's popping up.
Could be some Project Bluebeam type stuff, but the thing is, and it could be a storyline for us to bite into. You know what I mean? 100%.
Right. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe. I got Tommy Truthful's links down below in the link tree, where that link tree will get to your YouTube. Subscribe to his YouTube and check out his decodes. His decodes are fantastic, and they dive really, really deep. So, and you get into gematria. And so Andrew Tate's name is 666, and the Sumerian cipher.
Matching, you know what, which he was. And then the 38 code, Donut, it's on the cover of Murder by Numbers. 38, and RIP's 38, murder's 38, death is 38. Sandra Bullock was 38 years old when she shot the movie. That movie came out April 19th, the beginning of the 13 days of preparation leading into Beltane, which is the biggest child sacrifice event of the year. And then Beltane 5/1, what happened that day, Donut?
5/1.
You know,
the Illuminati Day.
Yes. Yes. The Illuminati was formed. Sure was. But 33 equals that 38 too. So, you know, the whole, I had 33 cars, and Romania being 33, and 33, for you guys that don't know out there, it's the highest level you can go in Scottish Rite Freemasonry. And, you know, it represents that inner Christ, that inner Christos, the 33 vertebrae, the Kundalini travels up to connect to our pineal gland, our third eye. And then Yeshua, Jesus, dies at 33 years old in 33 AD. So there's a lot with that 33 number.
So these dates are connected to world events. As if you're just tuning in, we pretty much showed you in the beginning how Mercury retrograde started the day that Twitter started going crazy, that the airline started going crazy, and messes with communication. And this is when Tate also was arrested. They had all the cameras ready to film him. You know, that's what kind of makes it like, yo, is this scripted?
A date I warned about prior, and you can click on that in that blog and show them, Donut. If you scroll down, the links there, the 12/29 date, and it was linked to the birthing of the moon child that this girl, I just found her. She does gematria too. She did an amazing video on it, and I put her video in the blog. You guys will be able to see it when you go on the Andrew Tate Decode. You'll see the link to it, to my son's website that I built for him. So, which we're going to be changing the name to that one, the TommyTruthful369.com. I'll be changing that to truthfultv.com. So,
right. So, January 6th is going to be the first full moon of the new year of 2023. And all these rituals happen on these astrological dates. So, January 6th, think about that day. That's the whole capital thing. And this is when the full moon's going to be happening. If you go back a couple years ago, the Rittenhouse verdict happened on a full moon, November 18th, which was the day the Illuminati founder died, the 322 day of the year. And they pump us with these emotional stories in the news. This is the matrix that Tate talks about. They pump us with the emotional stories in the news, and then they have some sort of ritual. The ritual that took place after that Rittenhouse energy harvest happened was young Dolph died, right? And he released the Illuminati paper out. So the next year, which was this year, 2022, that full moon eclipse that happened on the 8th, which was the elections, emotionally charged ritual, and the Rothschild magazine, the Economist magazine that predicted crypto, Evelyn Day Rothschild died that same day, in those same days. So the 6th is coming up. I wouldn't be surprised because this is an emotional charging day.
Assassin 61 and active shooter 61. And on 1/6 internationally written 61, Ashley Babbitt was assassinated by an active shooter. Remember, at the Capitol. And also the Q word that I'm not going to say, that equals 666, 61, and 201. You guys know what I'm talking about. It was connected to the right in Trump's movement, that whole Q thing. So Stranger Things, or not Stranger Things, my apologies. Game of Thrones is 61 too. And on season 6, episode 1, Jon Snow was assassinated.
Well, we're getting a lot of
they live by these codes, bro. They live by them. Everything is done by them.
Yeah, it's funny because this thumbnail that you made is fantastic for this episode. That we're getting a lot of spammers coming in. They're not real accounts.
Oh, I bet.
You know, say free Top G. And yo, I said, like, I've been watching his videos and questioning my own reality. So if
it's okay though, you know, listen, we still love you, little spammers, and we wish you the best. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to talk about CERN a little bit. I've been uncovering some new findings with it. How's CERN connected to all this ritualistic magic that's going on with the news and all this with Tate?
Well, there, I mean, almost everything right now you can see is connected to CERN and opening portals and opening gateways. I just found another movie too. Damn, I remember what I was just watching. They were doing all these rituals in it, and then he had the a star on his necklace, which was the 8-pointed star. So I screenshotted it, but I'll remember later and put it up, because me and Donut been talking about the whole 8-pointed star, the star of Anana, the star of Ishtar, which gets into the gate of the gods, and them opening up these portals, because that's what CERN really is. It's a some type of a teleportation machine to Saturn, this prison dimension for what they call the fallen angels. And that's why CERN is built on the temple of Apollo, which read Revelations 9:11, releasing Apollyon, aka Abaddon. But yeah, Tate's thing, I didn't really look into it connection with CERN too much. I
Right.
probably should, but
So what I've been finding about CERN is crazy, bro. Like CERN created the World Wide Web. And if you look up
years ago, it was created at CERN by Tim Berners-Lee.
Yes. And if you write World Wide Web, like text it or like type it, it'll always capitalize the www like it's a god.
Wow, yeah.
That's something else I noticed. But so why did CERN create the internet and give it to the public? Is because all the internet information of the public consciousness, all that data goes back to CERN.
The D-Wave quantum computer that's plugged into CERN, that big, it's like a massive location in Utah. That's a data location where they just collect all of our data, and that's all getting fed back into CERN. And it's getting fed into CERN because they're building this artificial kingdom. If you believe in God or Lucifer, they're building like this artificial kingdom, the cloud, this artificial reality, which is in the image of Lucifer.
And it's got that 666 in the logo.
Whole metaverse. They're going to have us all plugged into CERN, and they love Elon so much. Well, Elon wants to put a brain chip in you called Neuralink that blew up. They put it in a pig's brain, dude, and it blew the pig's brains out of its ears. So I wouldn't be putting that in my head anytime soon. I'll tell you that for sure. But that connects to Starlink. The Neuralink connects to Starlink, and then Starlink's getting fed right into CERN.
So that 8-pointed star that's on CERN, it's
There
also
it
in
is.
Spotify too. And I thought this was very interesting because it's got 32 stars spokes going around it.
The 32 sunbursts on the Jesuit logo. And that 32 is a number to opening doorways and gateways, 32 and 23.
Yeah. So I've been diving deep into some stuff. I think you'll find this pretty fascinating. So we hear a lot about the interesting letter, the Q letter. It's the 17th letter.
Yep.
But this is going back to Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is the feathered serpent. This is why secret societies will go underneath the ground to get that occult knowledge, because the serpent is underground. So this is that hidden knowledge of Quetzalcoatl. And
is this that secret society you told me about?
Yeah, the Order of the Q, which is a Freemasonic order. Yes. But
I never knew about this till Donut told me.
So I've been looking deeper into this, and the letter Q comes from Koopa, like a Koopa, right? In Mario's got a ton of occult symbolism, and to fight Bowser, you have to go underneath the ground. That's where he lives, the great demon king. But he's a Koopa. So a Koopa.
Get his appearance date, September 13th. That's the day they killed Tupac.
Interesting. So Koopa is where in Phoenicia where we get that Q from.
I'm pretty sure that's the date.
And his name's Bowser. And it just reminds me of a browser, like a web browser.
Right. Bowser, that's great. Look up if what day Tupac was killed. I want to make sure I said the right date. I'm pretty sure it's that that date though, 9/13.
So we got 1,300 people up in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that like button.
Quantum digital tattoos, Truth Seeker said. Oh boy. Yeah.
September 7th. Oh, he was shot on the 7th, and then
He died on the 13th.
Yeah, because it was like 6-7 days later.
Yeah. He died on the 13th.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show it, but yeah.
But it's the 13th, 100%. 7 + 6 is 13. So
dies at 1:11:15, the same time John Lennon died. This number 1115 is in a lot of different deaths.
yeah, so is 115, and that's the day Travis Scott murdered all of his fans with that portal symbolism behind him, which was 666 days after the Church of Satan was formed, and Travis Scott's birthday was 4/30, the birth of the Church of Satan.
That's very interesting. That's a great connection. That these dates, these numbers, is wild. So what are you looking at right now? What for 2023? What's on your thoughts? Like anything. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be on conspiracies or
well, I mean, 2023 I think will be full of a lot of mostly I've been looking into stuff connected with HARP and natural disasters, because I believe 2023 will be the biggest year we've seen of. I think there's going to be a lot that happens in 2023. We might see Joseph Biden up out of here in a scripted ritual to bring Kamala Diva Harris forth as the 47th first female. We might, and that might, if it does happen, February would be a prime day for a month for that. They love that Black History Month. They love that month of the year. But I think we're going to see, if it doesn't happen in 2023, I think it probably will, though, the collapse of the dollar going into a digital currency. But yeah, I've been looking mostly at a lot of natural disaster stuffs. I think they're lying to us, bro, about what's going on in the world. I think there's something going on that is an organic event connected to the sun. And
what about the moon? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the moons look crazy lately. Have you looked at it?
Yeah.
It's been looking very strange. But yeah, we're going to see a lot in this month right here with Mercury retrograde. And that's why I said there would be events on 12/29. It had to do with Mercury retrograde. And it was the last Mercury retrograde of 2022 going into 2023, and today, 12/31 was a day a lot of gematria people predicted all kinds of events for this day, which so far have not been fulfilled. But that's why I don't try to predict days like that, because you look like you look dumb when that don't happen.
Yeah, unless sometimes you just get like my gut just knows something's up, and then it happens.
If I say a day, dude, trust and believe me, I know something's going to happen on that day.
So here's America Online, as we've been talking about Polaris and the key symbolism. I mean, this stuff's been around forever, dude. You got the key right here with Polaris at the top, or this could be Polaris with the two stars.
What do you think is going to happen, Donut, in 2023? My main thing is natural disasters, and I'm trying to figure out why. I've been looking at Yellowstone.
Yeah, I'm very convinced on the year of the rabbit, right? Think about Elon Musk, the water tiger year. He's flicking the water tiger's gonads in the beginning of the year, and he's like, yo, there's going to be a recession. We're in a recession. He pretty much just tells everybody what's going to happen. But looking at these Mayan moon goddesses, or it might be Aztec, of the moon in the rabbit, and the rabbit is connected to aliens, UFOs, and CERN in portals, because CERN opening, people, they think of aliens or UFOs, they think it's coming from like outer space or something, but that is just interdimensional stuff as well, opening up.
We might see some alien type shit in 2023 too.
I think that we're going to get a disclosure. It's all going to be scripted and all fake on, yeah, there's something out there. I mean,
We got all
they've
come
been
together to beat it.
they've been preparing this for religious institutions, how to tell them. This is all documented. It's all out there, and it's connected to rabbit stuff. So just looking into that, that's what I think is gonna.
And Eastern astrology is the most powerful astrology. So, everybody's always looking at Western astrology. It really is a lot of propaganda shit. Eastern astrology is what you want to focus on. It's been around for thousands of years, and that's the whole year of the rabbit comes from Eastern astrology. And this is why, as we were going towards 2022, and if you remember, they've been doing this whole tiger ritual since 2020 when Tiger King came out. And that was because December 21st, the winter solstice, we entered the time of Aquarius, and it was the Saturn Jupiter great conjunction. Well, Jupiter is the tiger stripe planet.
Right. And then you had the Super Bowl that led up to war as well. And they had the whole tiger stripes on there.
What do you think about the upcoming Super Bowl?
Bro, okay. So like February 12th, leaving the 322 days left in the year, on the 33rd parallel. I don't know anything about the Super Bowl or sports, but
Cardinal Stadium.
The homie Ani talking about the Cardinal corners and the Cardinal Stadium. You got Rihanna, she's an ambassador for a country. She is very, very powerful. She's like a queen.
She's a big part of the birthing ritual. That 57 number. They had her at the Met Gala statue of her pregnant.
Right. They got all these symbolisms. Have you seen that movie, Nope?
Oh my God, yes, it's awesome.
That movie's dope, bro. I
thought it was a freaking like aliens, but no, the damn UFO is an entity and it eats people.
Yeah, and it's in a cloud, and they just took this picture in Palm Springs of this UFO cloud.
I did a decode on Nope on TommyTruthful.com. There's a lot of symbolism in that. You guys check that out later.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on the shoe? Do you remember seeing the shoe in that where it just stands up?
The shoe.
It's really weird. When the gorilla or that like starts like beating everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that freaking monkey killed everyone on that thing except the little kid. Remember the little kid's hiding under the table, and the monkey lifts it up and looks at him. Dude, that shit gave me chills because them monkeys they'll eat your face off. They really will, dude. Remember that there was one out in California that ate its owner's face off, dude.
Yeah, that tiger went tiger, as Chris Rock says. Yeah, so
that was the little kid that survived right there, right?
Yeah, he survived.
And then he started like a museum about it.
So what
shoe stood up though? I don't remember that part.
Yeah, so there's a shoe that just stood up. Here, I'll show you that image again.
Yeah, let me see the image again.
It's just weird. It's just weird. It just like
this is as everyone's dying.
Yeah, the shoe's just standing up like that, and
that is very strange. And look at the colors all around him: yellow and blue.
Oh yeah,
yellow and blue, and it looks
those stars.
Yep, yellow and blue equals 1717. It's also in that 86 cipher, but yellow and blue 1717 in English extended. That's the year the Mother Lodge was formed, and it was 4 lodges, that 4 number, coming together to create the Mother Lodge in the UK.
Bro.
And look, the Rams win the Super Bowl, yellow and blue. Golden State wins NBA, yellow and blue. The U word that we're not going to talk about, where wars going on, yellow and blue. So the beginning of the whole event that we've been in for a long time, yellow and blue, the color codes.
Yeah, and coming up on 2023, I've been really interested in that number 23 because that's like the 23 enigma, how it pops up everywhere. And you times 23 3 times, it equals 6'9", and that's like the top of the arc in Royal Arc.
Royal Arch, yeah.
And then you got Grimes. Have you seen her Violent music video?
No, I got to check it out. What's that all about?
Well, you can see her right here wearing that. And this came out before everyone was wearing these fashionable outfits.
Wow. So just a little predictive programming, what's known as lesser magic. Revelation of the method is what it's called.
So Andrew Tate, going back to him, that the way that he portrays himself is very, very interesting. You know, we hear about the black and white Knights Templar symbolism of like the duality and this liminal process. This word liminal is interesting. It's a new word for me, but he's very liminal in his presentations, where it is very like checkerboardy. Liminal is an intermediate between two states, conditions, or regions, transitional or intermediate. So what I mean with Andrew Tate is he pushes the old school kind of archetype of religious stuff, right? Where he's like, yo, we got to go to this religion stuff and go back to the old ways. But at the same time, he also is pushing fast cars, money, and all that, bunch of women. So there's like this duality with him as well, which I think is quite interesting.
That's how they got his character lined up, you know. But there's, dude, just like when we do a video on Kanye, so many people get mad because they've built that character up. What does it say right there? Go back to that airplane one.
Yeah, so this is what's weird, bro. Like this is main
there. The P word giveaway location. Wow.
Mainstream media. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild how
now from what I heard, I don't know if this is true. People are saying in my comments though that some crazy girl set him up with the whole thing. It was all set up.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many different hypotheses that I think that he paid the Romanian government to go do this because it happened right after he got all that publicity with Greta, and then that happened, and all the cameras were ready for it.
Come on, man. That's not guys. I've been raided numerous times. I did 8 years in the feds. Let me tell you, the cameras ain't out there waiting. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of the biggest drug dealers at the time in my location, so there was no cameras waiting for me.
But he could have just set up this all like a master chess player just to get more attention.
Or it's part of the script.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely strange.
You know what I believe it's for? For the people that were involved in the whole Q movement, which was all a psyop. Remember, Ani told us how it was connected to Michael Aquino. Look him up. He ran the psychological warfare department. And I think it's for them people to bite back in. So they're still trying to figure out who to censor. They're still censoring people with these algorithms. And there's certain words that these YouTubers say, and the next thing they know, their channel's gone, the videos are gone. And I try to warn people that Q thing was a psyop to get us up out of here. And now look at the language around it. They said some guy killed his family because he thought his family was reptilians, and he was a supporter in that movement. You know, they're saying that it's connected to internal terrorism and the Christians are the new terrorists. I just know how these elites work, guys, and it's all to set you guys up. That's what they're doing. They're working together to set y'all up.
Yeah, so that was my first, you know.
That's Joseph's video. I put that in the bottom of mine.
Yeah, this is Joseph's video.
Joseph. Go subscribe to Joseph, guys.
It's interesting because
here's the 115.
Oh, okay. That's that date.
That's that date, man. That 115. They love it. Flip it around. What's it mean? Saturn 511.
I got some Saturn stuff to show you.
211 is the 47th prime number, like the 47-degree Masonic compass. The biggest conspiracy person in the world's birthday, Alex Jiggle Jones, 211, February 11th.
Yeah, and he's in trouble in New Haven, Connecticut, where Skull and Bones is
Go
founded.
figure.
So here's I'll show some Saturn stuff, but before I get into the Saturn, here's another music video that's trending is These Symbols Don't Lie. You look at like how you guys look into gematria, like Joseph, and, I'm not an expert in it, so I appreciate you guys, showing
No, you
everybody
do good,
what's up.
bro. You do good.
I'm learning. But the symbols don't lie like how the numbers don't lie. And I mean, you could see the Illuminati eye here, for example. Here's a new music video. Well, here's Kim Kardashian's interview sponsored by the Knights Templars. You got the Knights Templar double
They
cross.
drink, which tastes like ass.
And then here's a music video that's trending right now. Whatever's trending is like full of symbols.
He got on his shirt a 7,
It looks like a 7.
don't it? And it's all that white and black symbolism, which was huge in the series Wednesday. Oh my God. The
Right,
Adam family.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that was released on the 23rd. And you
Go
can see
back to that video you were just on real quick. What's up in the ceiling? Hold on. Let me see something.
Yeah, I already know what you're looking at. Yeah. So
yeah. I was seeing if that was like what's in front of the Vatican, that
okay.
spokes.
Yeah.
If there was 8 spokes on it.
And they showed this Illuminati eye in the video. They show them wearing the Phoenician mask that you see in Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, so brother, these Korean dudes are huge in the occult. I did a blog on these guys.
Yeah,
these are.
Yeah.
The
K-pop.
K-pop. They're like massive. They make our stars look like nothing.
Oh, now Chinese going to be testing poop.
Oh boy.
But I mean, we already get piss test here. Like, just think about that. If
they're going to be testing poop, what the hell? Like, who wants to go in there and take a shit in a jar? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, that's just total mockery. I mean,
Elon is RH negative bloodline.
He's like my family. Ain't that about a bitch?
I'm trying to find this. They did find the Idaho killer, they're saying. So I pulled up their state symbol, but I'm looking for the Drake, the 6 god, his house. I don't know where I put it.
I don't know how you keep track of them all up there. I lose it when I do it.
Yeah, there's Epstein's house.
Look at that 4 corner symbolism.
That's Epstein's house.
Wow.
That's Zorro Ranch.
In 2023, guys, the clips that goes right over the 4 corners area on October 14th, George Floyd's birthday.
Okay. Here, I want to Google that because I want to look into that. What would I look up to pull that up?
What I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Type in 2023 American 2023 eclipse over the 4 corners. Just type that in.
Okay.
That should pop it right up.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Ring of Fire eclipse over the 4 corners, October 14th.
Yes, because you made me actually look into it deeper when you showed me because I remember I said, look at the symbolism on the cover of Public Enemy. It's Arizona. You're like, actually, that's the 4 corners area. So then I started looking into the 4 corners a lot more with the whole portal symbolism in CERN. And I said, oh, shit, the 2023 eclipse is right over the 4 corners area, which is that bullseye mark. Boom.
Yeah, right there. The 4 corners. You got that on The Economist.
There's going to be events there. Watch, bro. Mark my words.
And it's
just like this one, guys, went over Houston. And just think all the rituals that's been going on down in Texas. It's called the Path of Totality. Ari talked about it, or Ani. I mean, I called him Ari.
So
talked about it.
Yeah, so this is the eclipse over the 4 corners. These rituals happen. It's making an X. Interesting that there's something being released
Makes
now.
X right on Texas too.
There's something called X. I'm not going to say the rest of it but it makes you sick. and that's being released, and it's named X 1.5. So you got the 5.1. I can't even. It's ridiculous. We're on YouTube, so we
I
can't.
know.
I went on YouTube because we get the views on YouTube, but just look up XBB 1.5.
Yeah, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about, and so do they. They'll look it up and see. But yeah, ain't that interesting that they named this one the XBB, which is X22?
It's weird. So what?
X22 is that big YouTuber that's on Rumble now that was for the whole Q movement. The X22.
Really?
Yep, sure is. He's an
Oh,
agent.
that's
100%.
wild,
He's over there
bro.
misleading the shit out of people.
Yeah. So
He is. You know me, I'll keep it real.
I don't want to bring up the four corner stuff because it's too difficult. Maybe I got some slides, but that eclipse, October 14th, can you tell us a little more about that date exactly? Why
Well,
that?
I mean, the only date I know really a lot about it is just connected to George Floyd. That's really it. I mean,
Was
I'll look
that
in,
when that happened?
George Floyd's birthday is October 14th,
Interesting.
which it's 4/11, 114, 4/11, which is connected to missing people. Oh, when was Andrew Dawson's birthday? I wonder. I think he had Andrew Dawson, I think, was born on November 4th, which he has the 114 411, and then he was found in Jasper Park. He was committed. I think they said he killed himself or he was found dead, but he wasn't really missing, but they connected it to that whole 411 movement, missing people in national parks and stuff. It was very strange why they connected that to that when he wasn't even missing. But the
Oh,
114 and 411 we see heavily connected to the rapture too.
yeah. I mean, that's wild, bro. It's so wild how deep all this goes. So with that whole four corners, it goes back to Babylon too.
Here, let
Uh,
me look. I'm going to check something for you real quick. Let me run some dates for you guys real fast. Hold on. Let me go look. Okay, so I'm going to run from the George Floyd's event was 525. All right, let's run that till the eclipse date. Okay, and then the eclipse is 10/14 of 23. I don't know if there's anything here, but let's look. What do we got going on here? 40 months and 19 days. 40 months and that 4 and 19, which we're on a 19-year Metonic moon cycle. 4 is the number of death. And let me see this eclipse day from 9/11, I wonder. Oh shit, hold on. 9/11/2001. George Floyd was born 10/14 of 73. 22 years, 1 month, and 3 days. So you got the 22 and the 13 there. Two very big numbers. 265 months, 256. 256 is targeted individual. If you ever see that number popping up a lot. But it's 868, 868 days. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22, the master builder number. So 8,068 days adds up to 22. It was 22 years. 22 is the master builder number. So 22 years after 9/11. And guys, if you look, they did 9/11 22 years after that war ended in Afghanistan. Remember the war that Russia went to, Donut, with the Afghans? I think it ended in 79. Pretty sure it was 22 years later.
yeah. Well, we're coming up on that hour mark. Make sure everybody hit that like button. Is there
Yeah,
any?
it was 22 years later. About 20, almost 22 years.
This has been a wild episode.
Yeah, it's definitely been good. Jesuits 22, Satanic 22. There's Joseph filling us in on some stuff. So yeah, that's a huge number. You have 3 master numbers, guys: 11, 22, and 33. These are numbers that can't be reduced. This is why JFK was killed on 11/22, because 11 plus 22 equals 33. These numbers hold energies, vibrations, frequencies.
That's interesting.
9/11 is Jesus's real birthday, and December 25th is Nimrod's birthday. Liz, yeah, I agree with you on that. I've done a lot of research into it, and definitely I agree with you 100% on that.
Here's another one for you. Yeah, so it is wild, bro.
JFK assassination 11/22, and he's killed on 11/22.
So what's your plans for 2023 with your channel? What can people expect from Tommy Truthful?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna step up some production in 2023, and working on a few new projects. Trying to put together a podcast with a few people, because I really like that format that me, you, Ani, and Joseph did, something like that. Like at least once a week or once every other week, we do like a round table session, something like that, because the people love it. And then you can put a bunch of people together that all, you specialize in what you specialize. This person brings this to the table, and we can all share information. And it's all about getting that good content out to the people. That's what it's ultimately about,
Yeah, that's like the thing is like all these iron sharpens iron, that having that mastermind roundtable, it just extends the research, because the research is very difficult. It takes a long time, and you can only go down one rabbit hole, but you get a bunch of people coming together. Everybody's gone down the same rabbit holes and add more to that research. So I really enjoy all of the all those shows. What I'm working on right now, I've been editing it, is on my Patreon next month, releasing how I make viral videos and like all the tricks with my thumbnails.
Yeah, you're good at that. I do a class on my other page, which I'll be moving a lot of that back to TommyTruthful.com, because the Tommy Truthful 369 will be called Truthful TV. And my son's doing decodes now too, guys. And for 16, he's fire. So I'm going to be letting him, do a lot of that. But I do a class like that and teach people how to, use SEOs. And you're way better at keyword phrases than me. But I educated myself on all that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this out on my Patreon.
That's smart.
As a test run, and see if people like it. If people do like it, then I'll like release it publicly.
Oh, they will. I was shocked how many of my people wanted to learn. And you could do like a video, bro, where you're screen recording and you show someone how to build their own website. Like I use Wix to do it. So I've built a couple people their own websites. I just let them keep it too. Like, look, I built it for you during this video. Go ahead and keep the shit. Change the password, change the email. It's yours.
Well, everybody hit that like button. Go subscribe to Tommy Truthful. It's Donut. Much love. You got any closing statements?
Nope. Just check out my website, guys. All my links are below in the link tree. And we love y'all. Have an amazing new year.
Happy New Year.